I had no choice once I saw Goodfellas.
Why?
Because I was young when I saw Goodfellas, and it was Joe Pesci. And it was the first time I saw him. I was like, who is this old motherfucker? And how come he never gave up and he got this moment and now his career is going to last forever? I was like, because he's acting besides De Niro, who had already had an entire full career and does Goodfellas. And I didn't know Pesci was in, was it Raging Bull?
Raging Bull.
But I don't know what much time there was in between Raging Bull and that. But I was like, if he had quit, you know, because back then I knew all the actors because they weren't as many as there are now. There weren't as many channels. There weren't as many studios. So you could so if you see somebody, even if they had a bit role, you'd notice them. So I didn't notice Joe Pesci from anything. So I felt like this guy kept on acting wherever he was acting to be ready for this moment. And I was like, and when I saw that movie in that movie theater, I was like, oh, he's going to win an Oscar.
You said that?
I said that. I swear to God, that's how good he was. And when they killed him, sorry for any spoilers.
If you haven't watched Goodfellas by now, you should deserve to be shot.
Yeah. But when they killed him, the movie was over for me. I'm like, why am I watching this? Like, think about it. When Joe Pesci dies in Goodfellas, what else is left in that movie? And I was like, this guy. So that was a weird connection I made when I saw it. And I'd never give up. And then another thing why I knew I'd never give up, because the moment I realized I was going to do it, I'm like, I'm doing this for life. And another thing was I'd quit soccer. And that was my first love and dream. And there was no professional league in this country. And then years after, there was one. And it was just too late to get back in a groove. And it's like, shit, if I'd never given up, I might have been able to play at least 1 year in the MLS, just 1 year or two. And I was like, man, I'm never giving up on anything ever again that I love. And even when I'm not famous or rich, I'm still having some of the most fun of my life. I'm still laughing. I'm still meeting the best people and people who end up being fucking great motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That you didn't even know. They were just people to you. And you're like, you don't know. And look, they end up being trendsetters and shit like that, and like culture changers. And they're just motherfuckers who are in the gutter with you, just grinding. And we just like, this person's from Boston, from wherever. And then now we look down the road decades later and like, look at these people. And it's like, if I had given up on comedy and I'd gotten a job, you know how heartbroken I'd be at home.
Can you imagine?
Right now? You know what I mean?
I had the same experience as you.
Mm-hmm.
From when I got left back in the 7th grade, my life became basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, fuck pussy. Pussy makes you get left back. I'm going to focus on hoops like a motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
And that's all I did. I went to Willis Reed basketball camp, you know, superstar with the Hurleys. Mm-hmm. That's all I did. I took 300 jump shots every morning like Jerry West. That's how I started my day. 300 jump shots, you know. Then I'd go play. Then I'd go home and lift weights. Then I'd rest when it was humid. Then I'd go back out and play again. Then I'd go home and eat dinner. And then I had late night games. And I was part of leagues. And in my freshman year, some guy just didn't like me, so he didn't start me. In fact, the motherfucker didn't play me. And I was destroying. I mean, I was one of the best guys on that team by far. He just didn't like me. And I let that motherfucking beat me.
Yeah.
Like, he beat me that I turned to drugs. I mean, that was the beginning of my heavy drug zone, like acid and shit, because it didn't work out. I didn't know how to handle it.
And it's just one guy.
That was one guy and dog, until 10 years ago, I was going to kill that motherfucker. Then I heard that he just became a fucking drunk. He got fired. He was a piece of shit at the end. And I was like, you know what? Let him die a miserable life. But he changed my life forever. For 20 years, I was pissed off at him. But me quitting basketball really fucked with me. Like, it really fucked with me. Like, after I quit basketball, I lasted 2 more years in school. Because I had no reason to go to school no more. You know, when I first saw a kid from my neighborhood in the final, a kid from my neighborhood made it to he started from North Carolina as a freshman.
Jesus.
You know what that's like?
Yeah.
A white dude.
Damn.
From Jersey City, 6'7".
Who was that?
His name was Michael Corin. And when I heard them go, a freshman from Jersey City, New Jersey, you know, like I was just overwhelmed. It let me know I could do it.
Right.
It let you know a motherfucker from Jersey City could do it. Shit. I'm from fucking North Bergen. I got the tools.
Right.
So when it fell down and I quit that, it bothered me for a long time. And so I knew for a fact. It took me 2 years to get on stage from being a pussy. Because I knew that once I got on that stage, there was going to be no turning back.
Right.
Like it was like, what do they say to you when you get married in sickness or in health?
Yeah, yeah. Death to us part.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Till death do us part.
And it was solidified when I got into the store in 97.
Right.
I was like, now I got a problem.
A good problem.
It's like that scene in Bronx Tale. Remember when he closes the door? Now you can't go.
Right.
That's what it was. Like now I had nowhere to go. I was like Richard Gere in Officer and the Gentleman. So I better follow Don Herrera and keep taking these beats and get my, you know what I'm saying?
Don was killing, right?
Don was killing that little skinny brother with the dreads that me and Rogan always talk about in the 90s at the store. He was spotless clean. He talked about bouncing a check and he got a standing ovation.
Hilarious. Who was that?
He had dreads and he fucking shot a movie that. Ooh, that's a little something for Lee. Lee, you can put this. This will go through the sweater.
It's bug spray, Lee.
And he's breathing it in. Look at you. Just because you have one of those little Japanese masks, don't mean you get the full effect of
the
this.
SARS mask ain't gonna help you.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
You take a breath.
Oh, that came over here.
Oh, that's tremendous.
Yeah.
That shit is
third one of the
tremendous.
night.
Oh, damn.
I wonder why there's bugs in here. Disgusting.
The third one of the night. You count.
Joe, you could be on Naked and Afraid with this. Like, you know how Naked and Afraid the bugs eat the people at night? All you do is one fart and it's bug-free. Bug-free shack.
This is onions and mushrooms. As soon as I was eating those onions, I was eating them with Lee's name on it and shit. I'm like, he's going to love these guys. Look at him. Look at this poor bastard.
You hear that, Lee? He eats for you. He eats.
He does. I was going to say he had fish or a protein shake today.
I had that too.
I knew it.
I had a protein shake too.
Joey's like 7 years old. Look at his face.
Disgusting.
I love it.
This girl start going to Muay Thai so I can learn how to kick him.
And it goes in his shirt. Now he'll smell it when he gets home.
Oh, yeah.
It's like going to a Jersey bar when they smoke.
Yeah, smoke cigarettes.
Shit on your porch.
He takes that shirt off in the morning. He's like, what is that funky fucking odor?
We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.